I'm going to show you how to replace the little motor inside the fuel pump on this Gixxer 1000 2007. Okay, it sat for a while, didn't use it, and obviously the pump froze. So this is the little kit, little motor, the filter, a couple hoses, and a new connector. I'll show you right now what's going on. Let's go ahead. First of all, you need a nice little impact, a good little $400 or $500 snap-on. Doesn't have to be this expensive. Your Allen, slap that in there, easy as pie. I'm gonna fast forward this so I could get you guys through this fast. Here I'm already pulling out the pump. It was a little jammed up, so you gotta kind of sometimes pull on it a little bit, but very carefully without breaking it. Slide out, then you have all the little mechanical coming out. You can see it's all kind of dirty and rusty. That's the same reason why this pump failed. Okay, so this is what we got. I'm gonna break it down right here. This is the actual sending unit with the floater. No biggie. We're gonna take this apart and change the new connector, and we're gonna put the new filter that comes inside. I have to still take that apart. Let me show that. All right. Now I'm gonna remove these bolts here, which are the ones holding the cable, which are also blocking this plastic from sliding up. Be careful not to strip these bolts because they are old. They do look rusty, and if you don't have a replacement, you're in trouble. Okay, so here I already took off the bolts. I already got it all set up, and I actually started to pull it apart. You see, it's a bunch of junk. If you want to call it shit, it's a bunch of shit. That's why it doesn't work. Look at that. And when you're pulling it up, there's an O-ring on this side. You gotta make sure you put a little leverage in it, which connects right in that hole. Slide out. But we're gonna have to clean this out pretty damn good. Might not even work. Sometimes these pumps, I mean, they're just way past it. But it's an $800 pump if you buy it brand new. So let's try and see if we can fix this. Okay, so here everything's broken down. I already took the old motor out. You get a new cable if you want to install it. You can. It depends on you, depending on how you see this connector and the grounds. I would suggest still to clean all this junk off. If you don't know what to clean it with, just go to your local shop or come here to Advanced Motorsports and buy the B12 Chem Tool carburetor cleaner. Spray it around, wipe it down, a little Scotch Brite, and you'll be good. And then you can install your new filter and connect everything back the same way you took it apart. Grounds, connections. Make sure you don't forget to clean this bad boy right here. And then just reinstall. I'm going to show you how to reinstall next. So here we go. Everything's nice and clean. You remember how that looked? Over here too, nice and clean, ready to go. We're going to put it together. Here I pretty much got everything together. I got to tighten up this deal right here. Clip in the bottom. I already got the filter and slide it in there. So there we are. Everything put back together, nice, clean, ready to install it. All we gotta do is make sure, I always recommend if you can, replace this O-ring. If you can't replace it, clean it, and we like to put a little bit of a waterproof grease around the edge just to kind of keep everything nice and moist and allow it to seal up really nice. Put in your bolts, set them up. I like to put a little bit of the blue Loctite on these. Very little, and torque them down. Usually around this, you do a crisscross pattern. 67 pounds, you're good to go. Now, if you're like me, you would like to check and see if that motor is actually working, then if you have a power probe like this one, you connect it to a little battery, connect your ground, connect your probe. This automatically gives it power, and you can feel the actual pump. It will vibrate. You feel that vibration, you know you connected everything right before you put it in the tank. That way you don't waste no time like that. So I already installed it. I reached all the Allen bolts. I got my torque set to 6 pounds. Usually I leave it at 6, so when I crisscross tying them, I end up around 7 pounds. No more than that, or you'll snap those things off. All right, and if you want to make sure, just go ahead and look at your specs from Suzuki. That way you take care of that. You know, we don't want that liability on us, and everything we're showing you is just to help you out, but you know, we're not liable. You do it to do it, you learn to learn. Now, if you cranked it up, it's gonna take a little while for the fuel to go in if it's completely drained out. But once it's in, baby, it's gonna fire up like this. If you got this going, you're good. And I know I'm low on gas, so I gotta fill it up. Thanks, have a good one.